Women's soccer team already underway this season, fresh off a conference semifinal run just a year ago.
Yeah, and the top 4 goal scorers from last season, all back this year with over a half dozen new faces as well. And the Cats say they're eager to build off that trip to the conference semifinals.
I think that road playoff win just made us hungry. That was just we saw what it was like to get to the semifinals, and this year we're definitely looking for more. Having the senior and fifth year class have won before, I think that also is just we want to end on a bang and maybe get back to that hopefully.
Last year's version of the Catamounts dug out of an 0-2 start to conference play and ended up as one of the last 4 America East teams standing. This year's team has 3 preseason all-conference members, with 1 player at each level of the field, a forward in Kate Bossert, a midfielder in Bailey Ayer, and a defender in Maddie Cronin. Include the top 4 scorers from last year's squad, all back for more, and there's plenty of experience up and down the roster.
Yeah, they're coming in extremely confident. We have a lot of really great leaders in this group, a lot of older players. We're heavy on juniors and seniors, which is always nice. But they've done a great job. I mean, obviously we're here to facilitate a lot of things and to coach, but their leadership is at a level where they're really running themselves.
There are 7 first years on this team as well, and those leaders have helped that new group adjust to life at the college level. And head coach Christy Huizenga says that showed during preseason.
They've done great. I think the older players and the culture of the program is very welcoming and accommodating for newer players. So I think that makes it a little easier for them to transition, which is really a testament and a pat on the back for the older players for creating that environment. So the new players have looked great so far, and they're transitioning really well.
The Cats have 4 consecutive home games beginning on Wednesday and over a month until conference play starts. And they say they're hungry to build off last year's run without overlooking a step along the way.
We have this mentality from last year that we're just looking to build off of. People want to win. It's this season where we can only take all these new freshmen and just build them up with us. So I think we're excited.
I think we're just pretty lasered in and know exactly what we want this season. Not that we didn't last year, but I think it's just our main focus is just playing every game like it's a championship game, and just I think that's we're all bought in and we all know what we want. So I think that's something special, and I think taking that every practice, every time we're together is just going to translate into every game.
Let's take a look at some of the women's soccer key games this year. The home opener Wednesday against St. Anselm, September 8th against Holy Cross. They put a huge halt to a 4-game winning streak for the Cats a year ago. Big chance to right the tide there. The conference opener against UNH, the reigning conference champs Maine. UVM almost had them twice at their place last year. Another big opportunity for Vermont to reverse fortune, and the only team not named Maine to receive a first place vote in the preseason conference poll. Well, that's Binghamton, and that is the final home game.